Life can feel like a heavy burden sometimes, can't it? It's like you're carrying a massive rock on your back, and every step is a struggle. You feel lost, alone, and the colors of the world just seem to fade to gray. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. And there's a story I want to share with you, a story that might just change the way you see that rock you're carrying. Once, in a quiet village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young man named Kael. Kael had a good life by all accounts, but a shadow had fallen over his heart. He felt a deep, gnawing emptiness that nothing could fill. His laughter became a memory, and his days were spent in a haze of sorrow. He felt like he was drowning in a river, but no one else could see the water. One day, dragging his heavy feet through the market, he overheard whispers about a wise old monk who lived in a monastery high in the mountains. They said the monk had answers for those whose hearts were troubled. Desperate for any glimmer of hope, Kael decided to seek him out. The journey was long and arduous. With each step, the weight on his soul seemed to grow heavier. Finally, exhausted, he reached the monastery. He found the old monk, a man with a serene face and eyes that held the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes, sweeping leaves in a tranquil courtyard. Kael poured out his heart, his voice cracking with the pain he had held in for so long. He spoke of the emptiness, the sadness, the feeling of being utterly lost. "Master," he pleaded, "I feel like I'm carrying a great invisible burden. It's crushing me. Please tell me how to get rid of it." The monk listened patiently, his gaze never leaving Kael's. When Kael had finished, the monk simply handed him an empty basket. "Go to the river at the bottom of the mountain," he said calmly. "You fill this basket with water and carry it back up to me. Do not stop until the basket is full." Kael was confused. How could he fill a woven basket with water? It was impossible. But the monk's gaze was firm, and Kael felt he had no other choice. So he took the basket and began the long walk back down the mountain. At the river he did as he was told. He dipped the basket into the cool, clear water and lifted it. Of course, the water streamed out through the wickerwork, and by the time he had taken a few steps, it was empty. He tried again, and again, and again. He scooped faster. He ran. He tried to plug the holes with his fingers. But every time the result was the same. The basket remained empty. Frustration turned to anger, and anger to despair. He screamed at the sky, at the river, at the useless basket. He felt like a fool. He was about to give up, to throw the basket into the river and walk away forever, when he collapsed on the riverbank, utterly spent. As he lay there, something caught his eye. All around the spot where he'd been scooping water, the dry, cracked earth was now dark and moist. And pushing up through the soil were tiny green shoots. Where there had been barren ground, new life was beginning to sprout. He realized that even though he couldn't carry the water had still nourished the ground. With a dawning understanding, Kael looked at the basket in a new light. He picked it up and walked slowly, thoughtfully, back up the mountain. He found the monk waiting for him, a gentle smile on his face. "Master," Kael said, his voice filled with awe, "I could not fill the basket." "I know," the monk replied. "But," Kael continued, "on my journey something amazing happened. Even though I failed, the water I spilled brought life to the barren ground." The monk nodded. "Your sorrow," he said, "is like that basket. You have been trying so hard to fill it, to hold on to it, to understand it, believing that once it's full, you can finally set it down. But you can't. It's not meant to be filled." He placed a hand on Kael's shoulder. "The secret is not to get rid of the basket or to successfully fill it. The secret is to keep walking, even with an empty, leaky basket. Your journey, your effort, your tears, they are not wasted. They are watering the ground beneath your feet, preparing the way for new growth, for new life, even if you can't see it yet." Kael finally understood. The goal wasn't to eliminate the sadness, but to learn to live with it, to walk with it, to understand that the process, the journey itself, had value. The struggle wasn't the end of his story. It was part of the beautiful, complex process of growth. If you feel like you're carrying a heavy, empty basket right now, please know this. It's okay. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just keep walking. Keep trying. The tears you cry might just be watering the seeds of a future you can't yet imagine. Your journey matters. You matter. If you are struggling, please reach out. Talk to a friend, a family member, or a professional. There is help available, and you don't have to walk this path alone. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself.